Okay, you see I've just save stated. That's because I've actually upgraded to translation patch 1.5. 1.6 is out as I speak. However, I've tried that and it freezes in front of Chantel, so there's no point in using it. Our team is the same as before, same levels except I think Kabalion grew one. Yeah, but this time Chandelure has some different moves. That's right, Chandelure has different moves. In fact, other than Will-O-Wisp, it's a completely new Chandelure. He has Fire Blast for power, Flamethrower for accuracy, and Shadow Ball for that secondary stab. He's our lead, and we are going to be facing Chantel. We are a higher level than any of our pokes, plus we have a lot of special attack. So I'm hoping that our mighty Chandelure will be able to take her down. So this is Chantel. She is the ghost type member of the Elite Four. Her team, as I looked this up, I want to be sure I'll win. is her team is her lead of Cofagrius, then she has Drifblim, her own Chandelure, and a Golurk. Okay, so that's not freezing anymore. I could see what happened with 1.6 is you could get through the first text box and that's it. It's a bit lazy in all honesty, the LE4. They changed the rooms, they gave one new Pokemon, but the battle animations are the same. I like the music though, I'm glad they kept that. Oh, in-game movements though. That's cool, that's cool. I'll give them that, that's cool. So in comes Cofagrigus. Needless to say, I don't like this thing. It's 6 levels higher than Getis's, and we had trouble with that. We needed 2 Swords Dances to take that thing out. However, this time we have the right lead and a more powerful move than Shadow Ball. We are faster, we know that much. So in comes the Shadow Ball, and let's see how much this does. Oh yeah, 1-hit KO on Cofagrigus. We could sweep her. We might sweep her. Golurk, okay. If we can get past this thing, we'll sweep her. I don't know what the others lead off, but I just remembered Cofagrigus, and that stuck out because when I researched this, I had already fought Getis. And I was scared, cause I hate Cofagrigus facing it. I love using it, obviously. If we can outspeed our Chandelure, which we should, we have a plus speed nature, we should be fine. Plus we're about to go up a level, so Drifblim in comes Drifblim. Not really scared of this thing either. In all honesty, I know where I'm going to the next one, so you know. Chandelure is just so good, you know, and now we have a good moveset on ours. In fact, if I was playing competitively, I'd probably, this would be in around the moveset I'd use for a Choice Scarf Chandelure with Shadow Tag. I would change Will-O-Wisp obviously into, I don't know, Energy Ball. Yeah, I'd probably give it Energy Ball. So now, Chandelure on Chandelure action coming up. Sounds like some really weird Pokemon porno that it's just really disturb people. So 2 female Chandelures facing off. Mine's a higher level. Mine's a timid nature. Mine will rape yours. Plus I don't think either of us could live with Shadow Ball from the other. Just that's how high Chandelure's special attack is. If Cofagrigus couldn't live and Golurk couldn't live, Chandelure's not gonna live. So there's a nice little Chandelure sweep showing that yes, I'm over leveled. But not that much that would make me think, oh shit, I'm over leveled, I shouldn't be here. I should be out like killing Magikarps just to like kind of de-level myself. Magikarp should give off minus experience, I believe. So next room, I'm gonna just get it over with quickly, is the Dark type trainer, and I think because of the team he uses, we should lead with Duncan, not Terrakion. So let's go. In we go. Room 2. Oh, this is kick-ass. Looks like you're going up a guillotine. And now, Elite 4 Kima, better known as Grimsley. He is going to lead off with Crocodile? Leopard? I don't know. Leopard, okay. We can deal with that. Now, you see, the Musketeers are his worst nightmare. Because if he uses his stab, we get stronger. So he has to be careful what he uses. However, I'd say Game Freak have thought of this. To be honest, this guy really does get the short end of the stick with by putting the Musketeers actually in your way 9 times out. Like 2 of the 3 of them are in your way. You can't get out of there without passing them. Leopard's not going to live a hit. That's not a big deal. Even if we weren't over leveled. I'd say if we were like level 54, we would have killed him from 1 hit with Sacred Sword. Oh god! Remember experience in a can? This is his daddy! Experience in a tin! I'm sorry for the over-leveledness, but I just thought... I did all this grinding in to get through Victory Road. It was much harder than this. Because we know what's coming up against these guys. Victory Road, I had no idea. He's gonna keep Crocodile to the last, I'd say. Don't quote me on that. Scrafty, okay. To be honest, of all of them, this is the one you should be scared of. Because Scrafty is Scrafty. That's why. That's just why. And the reason Duncan is out here is just... I can't remember. Oh yeah, because he's not super affected by that steel stab and he has a bit more attack than Cavalion. Not enough to kill off Scrafty though. And he is now going to go for the Rock Tomb, which means that we're going to have a speed load. It's not a big deal. We'll probably still outspeed most of his team. Crit! That did like nothing. Yeah! I could Giga Drain him and get all my health back. Yeah, I'll do that. Why not? Japanese language, go! I can't wait for the... Like, if 1.7's were released, I'd say 1.8 is coming out, like, and then, that should be a full translation, no freezes by the looks of things. So once that comes out, I will be very happy. So anyway, I'm gonna Giga Drain it, and that will be the game. No, not the game yet. In fact, do we even get all our health back? No, but we didn't. It doesn't matter. Oh, we got the... Oh no, never mind. I gave it the shell bell off screen. Ah ha 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 ha. See, I designed Duncan for one purpose, and that's you know, live. That's his purpose. Live! Live, Duncan, live! Well, Scrafty goes down. To be honest, like I said, he was the one I was scared of. Obviously, Grimsley decided to let his ace Pokemon die, but you know. So in comes Crocodile. Now we have dealt with so many of these things already. I think I might Giga Drain this one. Doo-doo. Okay, that's why I think I might Giga Drain it. Intimidate. We do have... I didn't know if it had Intimidate or Moxie. No, so yeah, let's just Giga Drain it and let's see what happens. I could SD. Dragon Claw! See, like I said, he can't use his stab, but that doesn't mean he has weak moves. Not in the slightest. We could kill this one hit though, because he ain't exactly known for his defensive capabilities, Crocodile. In fact, quite the opposite. He's a horrible Pokemon to have as a defensive Pokemon. We didn't kill it though. That's surprising. Yeah, you're going down, kid. Finish it with a Sacred Sword. Sorry for the lack of commentary. It's just, you know, I'm actually in concentration mode here. I have to try to pick my moves right. Ah, first hyper potion we're gonna have to use. So Duncan there doing his little bit and just taking a bit of health off him. 2 HP. Ah, that's enough. That'll do, Duncan. That'll do. The problem with my team is it's very weak to the same types, and I'm kind of scared about a couple of Pokemon in particular that I know the next couple of guys have. So what we're going to do first is we're going to heal up with the Hyper Potion here. I have 30 of them now, so we should be fine. Let's give one to Duncan there. Poor old Tim, he's the lowest level we have now. In fact, if he gets used, I'll be surprised. He's just here because he's Tim. I didn't think he'd last this long. I didn't think Cincino would last this long. I certainly didn't think they'd be on my Elite 4 team. Or at least my first go at it. Because I do think we might get swept along the way. But at some point I'll make a stupid mistake. But anyway, here we are back in the Elite 4 room. And obviously, you've seen the pattern by now. Third room. Oh, I know when I can use Tim. So here's some psychic power. And oh, at least it's not a bed anymore. It's a flower instead! Why the hell not? Although to be honest, I did feel like a pervert watching her in her bed. But now it's not such a bad thing. If you sleep in a flower now, you have problems. You just do. In fact, yeah, she has problems. And she has flying love hearts beside her. That's not good for us. Okay, so she's going to lead with Musharna, and I have a feeling this thing carries Shadow Ball, but I also have a feeling we can one-shot it. Maybe two-shot it. Well, you see, he does have the best special attack not in the Uber tier, and the Uber tier houses monsters like Reshiram and... Well, actually, now I think the new form Tornadus, or Thunderous, gives it run for its money. But that's about it. Musharna isn't exactly known for it. Well, it's known for its defense actually, so never mind about that. And he lives with a smidgen! I'm gonna have to switch out now. What I switch into? We get a free switch, I know that much. What can hit this thing hard? What did I give Steve? Gave the scope lens. Okay, we'll switch in Steve. Use Tail Slap. Okay, I'm hoping for a couple of crits here because we do have the scope lens now. There's one. That's 5 already? Didn't seem like that. Yeah, I can let Steve go to sleep in all honesty. Steve isn't actually that important to my plans. Like, even his coverage is covered by 2 of my other Pokemon, so... Oh, crit, nice. So there's Musharna down. Big threat in my opinion. And now Steve decides it's nap time. Doesn't matter, Steve, you did your bit. So in comes Reuniclus, and Reuniclus is actually, despite my belief in the beginning of me playing through Black and White 2, when I've actually studied a competitive environment, it's actually an offensive Pokemon Unicus. It's defensive as it looks, and its counterpart is actually offensive, which is really weird. So, you know, same old shit in my opinion. So in comes Reuniclus. Now this thing is not gonna appreciate a Shadow Ball to the face. So we're gonna give it that. We're gonna give it a Shadow Ball to the face and see what happens. Bam! With the Shadow Ball to the face. And well, given the fact that, like Golbat earlier, most of it is its face. If we did not hit it in its face, it would miss, and that would make me cry. So there's the Shadow Ball TM doing work. Okay, if you want to know where these TMs are, I showed you where Fire Blast is already, I believe. It's in that town where people go inside because they're afraid of being eaten by Kyurem. Flamethrower. Remember the mountain? Remember the spooky house? It's behind that. And or Flamethrower. That's Shadow Ball. Flamethrower is actually, you need Surf on the route before Victory Road and go into a house, and there's this man with a Haxorus. Talk to the man and he'll give you Flamethrower. So, you know, there's your my moveset. But all he's using is Shadow Ball. If I had choice specs, in all honesty, choice spec Chandelure would rape this girl. That sounds all wrong. So yeah, there we go. Level 63 already. I don't even have Lucky Egg equipped. I swear, this is great. So in comes our last Pokemon, which is Gothel. To be honest, I think Reuniclus is actually a better ace for this girl. But you know, the game designers decided Gothel because Gothel is a goth girl, and she looks like she's kind of designed on a spooky kind of tired princess kind of thing. That's what she has going on. So there in comes more ghost type moves. As you see, I have Spell Tag equipped to increase the power of my ghost type moves. So the fact that Musharna lived one is kind of scary, but this thing won't. It's not as defensive as Musharna. It's still defensive, but that's the why Gothel is actually worse, much worse than Reuniclus. And I think it's down in NU. Is because it's supposed to be defensive, but it's not good at that, and it can't do offensive despite the fact it has an move pool. That's why I don't use mine. So that's 3 down with little or no effort. Now I'm gonna switch, as before, I'm gonna switch up my team. I've decided on my lead is actually going to be, well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna make that one a surprise. So all we need to do is use a full heal or an awakening, depending on what I have in my bag, and we can heal up Cincino. Yeah, it looks like a full heal. Cincino's not going to see like any more action, so the fact that he got in is good, especially because I think Cobalion hasn't gotten in either. So you know, the rest of them have. Well, Terrakion hasn't, and Tim hasn't. Cincino's not going to get in again. Cobalion might come in against the champion. Terrakion definitely will. He's my lead. Spoiler, yeah, Terrakion's gonna lead. So, here we have... Oh my god, that's kick-ass! That's the most kick-ass of them all. There's no LE4 here. That makes sense. He was kind of guarding the Twist Mountain, and now he's here again. LE4 Marshall. Gold and silver. Throwbacks. Okay, so you ready to see my lead? More importantly, you ready to see his lead? This is the last LE4 battle of the video. If we can beat this guy without losing anybody, it will make me happy. Mo versus, his name is Renpu in Japanese translated, but in English it is actually Marshall. He looks nothing like Bruce Lee. So, who is, I guess he could be based off Martial Law from Tekken, maybe. Is there a famous Japanese or Chinese, is there a famous like Hong Kong films guy called Marshall? So there's my lead, by the way. I needed to get him in. I don't think he's going to get in against the champion, so I needed to get him in at least once. It's my beloved Tim. Now I think this thing has circle throw for phasing, so I can't set up on it. Otherwise I would definitely go for Swords Dance and start raping his team out of the hole. But Bulldoze! Exchanging ground type moves for the win. Okay, there mustn't have been much in speed, so I'm expecting him to go first. I just wanted to get Tim in for one, so I thought he could take whatever he's leading with. Storm Throw, yeah, you see, I think that's a... Is that a phasing move? No, it's not a phasing move, I think. It's, oh no, it's one of those moves that always scores a crit. So it's one of those moves like, yeah. Work well against Gigalith that goes for Iron Defense all day, for example. That's what Gigalith does. Golem too, I think, nowadays. So let's see, he's about to send Mind Shell. I'm kind of scared of this thing. I don't know what it's going to do. But I know it's going to Fake Out. So I'm actually going to go into Kate. Because Fake Out's a normal type move, I think. Could be wrong. And I'm actually going to try out some of my other moves that aren't Flame. That aren't feckin' Shadow Ball. I was going to give it Charcoal in all fairness, because two of my moves are fire type. Not including Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp's status, its own bracket. And I missed! God damn it, what is he going to use? Bounce. How much is this going to do? Okay, this is going to hurt a little, but Mind Shell's attack is not as good as other fighting types, which is why it's often overlooked. And see, that did nothing to Chandelure. Chandelure sucks defensively. So here comes the Fire Blast. Oh my god! It got an animation upgrade. Needless to say, I'm scared of this guy, by the way. So Mind Shell is down. I'm not going to keep this thing in against Stalk, but I might bring it back out against No, I'm not going to bring it out against Conkeldurr. That's suicide. Oh, there it is. There is Conkeldurr. So I'm actually going to switch out, and I'm going to go into Tim again. Other than Duncan, my physically defensive wall can't take fight type hits. My special defensive wall can kind of take fighting type hits, but it won't like being hit physically. And my so here's my other physical wall, I guess you could say. Who's actually gonna have to sweep the rest of his team. Now I can get a Swords Dance up because I don't know what this thing's gonna want to do. It could bulk up, and that would mean bad news. That would be bad news. So if it bulks up, we're in trouble. Uh-oh. But the thing is, we will always be a couple of steps ahead of it the more we set up. So I might go. Should I go for an RSD? No, I can catch up on it in a minute. Earthquake. Plus, we can always drop its defense with a Crush Claw, or at least attempt to. This won't kill. We're at +1 technically, and so I don't think this will kill. But depending on the damage it will do, we may need to SD again, and depending on if he bulks up or not. If he doesn't bulk up, we're in business. Hammer Arm! This could kill, given the health we're at. We've lost Tim. Our first casualty in the Elite Four is Tim. However, thanks to Kate, we might be able to KO with a Flamethrower. I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball because with the stab and the Shadow tag, it's actually, I think, more powerful. We're not going to risk Fire Blast. To be honest, if I can keep the Musketeers, I'll be happy. It's a shame we've lost our good friend, but you know. Besides, Conkeldurr is very weak, especially defensively, and Chandelure is very strong, special attackingly. So, yep, it's dead. It's unfortunate Tim had to die. He made it a long way, so we're going to switch it out because Stalk has Stone Edge and Sturdy. So what's good for breaking Sturdy? Let's go into Duncan. I actually don't want... I was thinking I could Death Fodder off Cincino, but I'm not that cruel. Besides, Cincino might not outspeed, which would be bad news bears. So, yeah, we're going into the champion with 5 team members, but you know what, that's better. If you had given me that at the start of Nuzlocke, you'll go into the champion with 5 team members, 3 of them will be legendary, 1 of them will be a Chandelure, and one of them will be a Cincino with Skill Link, I probably would have taken it. Sacred Sword. I looked up Stalk's stats, he does not like hits. So, you know. Because Stalk, I'm actually, if I went down to NU, I'd probably use it. It is actually a terror in NU. Unlike Tro. But those two are the main fighting types in that tier. So, you know. I think I've already taken his potion away with, did I? It doesn't matter either way, he's not in potion range. So, this will kill. And that'll be the game. And we'll heal up and we'll make it to the champion. Shell Bell there kicking in, not gonna do much. So, ladies and gentlemen, with only one team member down, rest in peace, Tim. Poor Tim. You swept Elsa. You got, in fact, Tim, you are directly responsible for getting us here. You, nobody else, just you. Like, the others have all played their part. Kate has beaten 2 members of the LE4 single-handedly, barring a little help in Cincino against Moshana. You and Cincino has saved us in a pickle or two. Terrakion took down Team Plasma. Griffin took down Drayden. Duncan took down Marilyn / Shizui. Tim, you took down 2 gym leaders at a time where our team was shit. And now with an awesome team, to be honest, compared to these guys, you are the 5th best member of my team. And since there's 6 members of a team, that's never good. So Tim, you will always live long in my memory. Near the end, you were mainly in my party as a strength slave and to sponge physical hits, but a +1 hammer arm from a conqueror was just too much. But we have 5 team members remaining, and with a Terrakion lead, we will go and face the champion next time.